You want to talk about the live service game that went offline and removed microtransactions?
I know nothing about this game. What I do know is I jumped on the Steam page right before the show, and recent reviews are mostly negative, which is bad. And all reviews are mixed, and it's currently in early access. Okay, so let's
start.
The stage is set. Developer Airship Syndicate has delisted its MMORPG Wayfinder and has announced that it will be transitioning the game from a free-to-play live service game, which that's all I need to know to dislike it heavily, to a single-player offline game with optional 2 or 3-player co-op and no microtransactions. What a pivot. The developer likewise claims that they will be adding content to deepen the game's RPG elements. The new roadmap includes that Airship Syndicate, the developer, plans to relaunch the game in early access for a one-time purchase of $25. Because again, it's no longer a free-to-play live service game, so they got to charge for it. And there's no microtransactions. They need to make money somehow. That makes sense. This decision seems to have upset many existing players, so that's why it's mostly negative right now, especially those who bought the game for $150 with the Exalted Founders Pack, as they feel they invested in a very different game than the one they are now getting. That's fair. Consequently, several have posted negative reviews on Steam demanding refunds. Also fair, to be completely honest. If you're completely changing the entire game, you should probably get a refund. The root cause of this change appears to be the fact that Wayfinder's original publisher, Digital Extremes, which recently closed its publishing division and divested from the game, transferring ownership over to Airship Syndicate themselves. The development team called the change a big shift, but a necessary one to guarantee that the game is around forever.
Forever is a strong word.
Yeah.
In better gaming news, The I think it was the mission lead on Cyberpunk.
Huh?
Hold on. They worked on the mission design for Cyberpunk.
Was this before or after it was?
This is super cool. They were celebrating that Cyberpunk has officially crossed over into they were either celebrating that it is officially very positive all time, or they were celebrating that recent is overwhelmingly positive.
Whoa, highlight over recent real quick, or the overwhelmingly positive? 99, is that 99? 95, wow.
Yeah. So shout out CD Projekt Red for like royally f***ing this thing up and then, man, sticking with it. That is both lucky, the fact that people kept buying the game enough and they had enough cash reserves to do it. Not every developer would have even had the option. They just would have completely run out of money.
Yeah, luckily CD Projekt had a lot of other things going well for them at the same time.
Yeah, so it's lucky, and also whatever integrity is, integris, high integrity. Let's go with that. So shout out, love it. You know, let's highlight positive stories that we come across as well.
That's really cool.
So great job, you guys. VNG Supernova says, no, they shouldn't have released it broken initially, so no praise.
Nah, that doesn't work.
That doesn't work for me. We
hammered on them when it came out and it sucked, and now we praise them when it's good. Exactly. It's the same thing with Microsoft. We went after them when they did the studio closer thing, and then we said, hey, cool, you released a really neat controller.
We can't just be we look, how many companies are even left making games? We can't just hate all of them forever anytime they do anything bad. We can hate Blizzard forever, if you like.
Nice.
Okay?
Nice.
And we can be mad at Bethesda for a long time.
Maybe not forever.
But
well, hopefully they fix it.
Yeah,
come on, guys, please.
Okay, but we can be mad at them for a while. But like, what is the point of just being angry all the time? Is it worth it?
No, it's really not.
So if someone does something bad...
Even EA. Someone pointed out EA is dead. Yeah, sure, but I mean, leadership might change. The people that work there are going to change constantly. Like, the company's going to be a completely different company in 7 to 10 years.
Think about the kind of company that you don't necessarily normally think of as a company. Think about a sports team. Okay?
Dude.
From 10 years ago to today... How many people on that roster? Yeah, they all have the same brand on their shirt, right? But how many of those people are even still there? is the team that you're cheering for today the same team? It's the team of Theseus, right?
Yeah.
And there are cases where long-term leadership does result in a culture that is just rotted out from the inside. We've seen that. But you've also got to understand that even those like rotten companies are going to have people that are really passionate and really dedicated and really positive and really excited and really worth supporting. And so when those projects go well and when things like, okay, Ubisoft is the publisher for one of my favorite series, Anno.
Yeah.
So what? I'm going to refuse to buy to buy it?
And we can simultaneously look at how Anno 1800 has been treated, which is amazing.
They've got so many seasons of extra content, and it's fantastic. Like meaningful extra content, not just like some stupid cosmetic, statue you can, and they do have that. But they've also got
that's usually a part of a big content pack.
Yeah,
and people want that sometimes. Like there's what are they called, beauty builders or whatever?
Yeah, like we can celebrate what's really good. But that doesn't mean we have to forget the things that were bad. And that when something else bad happens, we can definitely, we're not stupid, right? Like we can definitely start to notice patterns. But come on, guys, is it good for your own mental health to be angry forever?
That's another thing. I want to bring this up too.
Yeah.
Agent Rick Justice posted this, and I've been thinking about this as well. He said, I like the Wayfinder thing. They couldn't afford to keep it an MMO. When the publisher dropped out, instead of killing the game, they made it still playable. That's my main takeaway as well. And I'm like, they should refund those players. They might not be able to. Like having your publisher just leave, that's got to be really rough. And I suspect that out of their options of only bad, options, they chose something that, in my opinion, is pretty good. I don't know. It sucks for some people. It sucks for the people that bought that $150 pack, and then now the game that they wanted to buy, it's not going to be that anymore, all that type of stuff. I get that. That sucks. I'm not saying it's good for those people, but their publisher's gone. They can't keep running this thing. They try to do something that is good, and I don't know. It makes sense. I think it's good. And right, okay, what I was going to say was Anno 1800 has been treated super well. And then from that same publisher, from Ubisoft, we get stuff like Skull and Bones. And it's just like, we will sit here and talk positively about how Anno 1800 has been treated. It's a fantastic game. It's had really good advancement over its current lifespan, all this other type of stuff. And then also crap on, the first quadruple A game ever. Like it's you can say both things, right?